Indie games come in numerous forms. Whether they're about building, jump scares, shooting, or sword fighting. And great indie games need greater mascots. Cuphead, the classic cartoon shooter. And Steve, the Minecraft master builder. Which of these indie game heroes have the more powerful arsenal? Let's find out as they use them to survive in the arena of death. Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to roll the dice. By chance they played the devil's game, and gosh they paid the price. Okay, theme songs aside, Cuphead is an anthropomorphic creature with a human-like body, and a teacup for a head. He and his brother Mugman live in the Inkwell Isle with their caretaker, the Elder Kettle. One day, the two brothers wandered very far from home and ended up at the Devil's Casino. There, they won tons of cash, and things got out of hand when the devil made them an offer. If they won one more roll, they'd get all the money in the casino. But if they lost, the devil gets their souls. Cuphead was blinded by easy riches and rolled the dice. He and Mugman lost the bet and begged for mercy. The devil ended up tasking them to collect the soul contracts of his previous victims. In order to do this, the Elder Kettle gave Cuphead a potion that granted him special abilities. Physically, Cuphead can use dash to swiftly avoid an attack by launching himself a short distance. With the parry slap, he can use his straw to slap pink objects to grant closer access to a special attack and bounce slightly higher. As for weapons, he is able to fire a large amount of projectiles from his index finger. The first projectile attack is the Peas Hooter, which fires small blue projectiles with average damage. The spread fires slightly more powerful but low-ranged red projectiles that spread into 3 perpendicular directions. The Chaser fires green projectiles that aren't as powerful, but will follow their target. Roundabout is similar to a boomerang, fires in one direction, but almost instantly comes back. Lobber fires dark blue projectiles that go up, then come back down. Charge is a yellow projectile that can be charged for greater damage. Crackshot fires rhombus projectiles that break off and follow the enemy. Converge is an electric attack, and Twist Up fires 3 tornadoes. Cuphead also has some charms that allow him to teleport short distances, increase health, and more. He also can turn invincible for a short amount of time, fire an energy beam made of milk, and summon a ghost that deals heavy damage with a spin attack. Cuphead is fast enough to dodge fireballs moving at the speed of sound, and has taken down the devil. He may be powerful, but it only takes about 3 to 4 hits to take him out. Overall, Cuphead is an anthropomorphic cup full of powerful ranged attacks. However, he severely lacks defensive tactics and is a real glass cannon. The world of Minecraft. An amazing land. Nice people, lots of animals. And a bunch of monsters that want to kill you. Thankfully, there's a hero who uses his creativity to stop the monsters, and his name is Steve. Steve is the creative survivalist and one of the main protagonists of the Minecraft series. This man uses his creative skills to survive against the harsh environment when night falls. His creativity helps him create structures, weapons, and potions of all sort. Now, something important to know is that Minecraft physics are completely different from those in real life. For example, breaking apart or picking up objects like gold doesn't actually have anything to do with strength. When a character in Minecraft picks up a heavy object, it immediately becomes weightless. That's why Steve is able to carry so much without slowing down. Speaking of speed, Steve is able to move and fight at around 12 miles an hour. However, he can use the potion of swiftness to make himself slightly faster. Steve has numerous potions to increase his physical stats, help him breathe underwater, become invisible, and heal wounds. He also has potions that can poison his opponents or decrease their physical stats. Besides potions, Steve also carries an assortment of bombs, swords, armor, and more. Weapons like swords and axes can be enchanted to have their attack power increased. These weapons can also be made from wood, stone, gold. And the most powerful materials for them are diamond and netherite. Other than weapons, Steve is able to create life by stacking iron in a pumpkin. With some obsidian, flint, and steel, he can create a portal to the nether world. The elytra lets him fly, and use fireworks to increase speed. Ender pearls help Steve teleport wherever he throws them, and the totem of the undying can bring him back to life if he dies. Steve has a limited amount of each of his tools, but he is a skilled strategist who will wait for the perfect opening for a killing blow. Overall, Steve is a skilled and intelligent warrior with a humongous-sized arsenal. While most of his tools can only be used for a limited amount of time, he is still an extremely creative statist.
Good day for a swell battle.
Knockout. While Cuphead is far more agile, Steve had too many more advantages. First of all, Cuphead may be able to travel at the speed of sound, but Steve is capable of dodging lasers. Steve also had many ways to poison Cuphead, slow him down, or lower his stats. It doesn't help that Steve is also able to boost his own stats using his potions. True, both of these fighters can revive, but Cuphead needs Mugman or Chalice to do so, while Steve is victorious. Guess you can say that Cuphead was blocked. The winner is Steve.
Now that'll hit the spot.